Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF and microwave update. I'm Pat Hindle, and I'm here with my co-host Gary Lerude. In this episode, I thought we'd take a look at our March Interconnect and Signal Integrity supplement, and that's a little bit of a different spin on our cable and connector one that we usually do. And we're going to take a look at how the two worlds of digital and analog are converging as they use the same techniques now that high-speed digital circuits are so fast. They really utilize the microwave techniques in a lot of ways.
Right, they can't take it for granted that, all the points are at the same time.
Not anymore. So our cover feature takes a look at connectivity issues and challenges in smart textiles as the wearables topic becomes very well known. And it's very difficult to get the connectors flat enough and conformal enough to fit into the clothing. So TE Connectivity's Nick Langston takes a look at what they're doing today to design connectors that are compatible with smart clothing.
I thought that was a really interesting article because of the trade-offs, not trade-offs that we normally think about.
Right, definitely.
Particularly fashion.
So how about the other technical articles?
So on the signal integrity theme, we do have two articles, one from Keysight Technologies. They talk about signal integrity tips and techniques where you can use vector network analyzers, a traditional microwave instrument, also time domain reflectometry and modeling. And then the second article from CST is more on the modeling side, how you can model high-speed serial links, basically the vias in the boards and traces on the board. So a couple of interesting signal integrity focused articles.
Yeah, we'll be interested in any feedback we get from people on
definitely.
the signal integrity and interconnect combination.
So how about products?
So on products, we had Pasternak's flexible waveguide that eases the alignment. And we also had Huber and Schooner with their low PIM flexible test leads. So that's more on the cable and connector side. And then we had some tech briefs.
Tech briefs, we have one from Amphenol RF on a blind mate connector that's got high power. It's their new PSMP series. And then more on test and measurement. Maury Microwave has given us a diplexer, triplexer article for test and measurement applications in the wireless band. So these cover like 600 megahertz to 6 gigahertz.
So turning to the news, you know I love my 5G technology. I was really excited to see that Bristol and Lund universities using NI prototyping equipment set a record for spectral efficiency. So they were able to achieve a 12-fold increase over what today's 4G systems are capable of for spectral efficiency. So the Bristol massive MIMO setup had 128 antennas, operated at 3.5 gigahertz, and supported 12 single antenna clients. And they were able to achieve a bandwidth efficiency that equates to a sum rate throughput of 1.59 gigabits per second in a 20 megahertz channel.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Good. Yeah. How about you for news?
So I had never heard of this company, Midea. They're a Chinese appliance manufacturer, but they announced what they say is the world's first solid-state microwave oven. It's a tabletop unit, probably would fit here, about 200 watts power, and they use Amplion LDMOS devices. And interestingly enough, it can either plug into the wall or work on a 24-volt battery.
I like the battery-operated concept.
That's
Take
right.
a camping or whatever you want.
Exactly. So I don't know how, well, it's just been announced, so it's probably not in stores yet, but it'll be interesting to see how soon we see it at Walmart.
Yeah, so this is the whole RF energy market that we've been talking about. It's already taken off. We kind of thought it would take a few, maybe a year or two for it to catch on.
Right, so we'll see how quickly it develops. The other thing I wanted to mention, just recently announced, Mercury Systems is buying 3 businesses from Microsemi to build up their defense business. The thing of interest to us is one of those businesses is an RF microwave segment. And according to the press release that Mercury Systems released, it'll actually pretty much double Mercury Systems' RF microwave business. So that ought to give them a big boost in the market.
Yeah, it's a big move for us, yeah.
Right. So events.
So on events, I thought we'd do a preview of EDI CON China 2016. It's taking place April 19th to the 21st in Beijing. So let's take a closer look at that. EDI CON China is expanding greatly this year as we are co-locating 2 other conferences.
Right.
The Chinese Radar Industry Association Conference is co-locating, but we also have the EMC China Conference and Exhibition co-locating. So it's going to greatly expand EDI CON China this year. We'll have 5 tracks going on with EDI CON for 3 days, 4 tracks of EMC for 2 days, and a whole 2-day radar conference. So there'll be a lot going on, something for everybody. And a new addition to EDI CON this year is our Silicon on Insulator track, keynoted by Global Foundries, so that'll be very interesting.
Definitely.
We also have our 5G forum like we did last year. And in addition, we're adding short courses. So we have an amplifier design, high efficiency design like Doherty, being given by Zhangkang Wang, who wrote a envelope tracking book. And we also have a guru from Raytheon, 50 years, Eli Bruckner, worked at Raytheon. And he's going to give a talk on advanced phased array and radar technology. So something for everybody at the show this year. Let's take a look at the floor plan.
So for those of you that may not have been here before, it's held at the China National Convention Center in the Olympic Village. We're on the 4th floor, and at the bottom here you have the registration area. You walk through the exhibition to the conference rooms on the backside. We have 5 parallel tracks, as Pat mentioned, for the days that the conference is going, and for the other 2 conferences that we're sharing, they're on 1 floor below us on the 3rd floor.
Right.
So how about the exhibition?
So in the exhibition, we have this new 5G demo area over here by the poster sessions. And then in the front, of course, we have our major sponsors, Keysight, Rohde & Schwartz, and National Instruments. Some major booths by Richardson RFPD, Mini Circuits, and Mitron, Focus. And we have a good representation from the software companies with ANSYS, CST, COMSOL. The semiconductor guys are all well represented with Peregrine, MACOM, WIN, Global Foundries, Tower Jazz, NXP, Amplion, the list goes on.
It's the place to be.
Yeah, and a couple of the PCB manufacturers, Rogers and Interconnect, will be here. And then in the back area here, we added some EMC companies. We have Sankey, AR Corad, and MVG, to name a few of the EMC companies. And then also new this year is this whole area of some of the government and academy labs from China. So these will be some of the CETC companies and other military and satellite radar government labs and companies, and they're all congregated in this area focusing around the radar conference. So that's a big addition this year.
So the space has really filled out compared to last year.
It has. And so we hope everybody will join us at EDI CON 2016. Again, that's April 19th through 21st in Beijing.
So I think that's a wrap for this episode. We want to thank you for watching, and we want to thank our sponsor, Mini Circuits, for making it possible. You can find out about their products at their website, minicircuits.com. Hope to see you on the next episode.